Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So, I have been a bit busy again, but I have come back for a pour. So what I'm going to do is, I've managed to get a new colour. So, I went to a shop and I found marte in rose madder. So it's another pinky rosy colour, but I thought just give it a go and see how it is. So this is the colour here. It's hard to see inside this cup, but it's kind of a nice rich colour. So I'm going to do a sandwich pour. And again, I couldn't think of what colours to do, so I just decided to go two lighter colours. So I have light purple, I have pink, I have rose madder, and then I've got two whites. So the three colours I have 35 grams paint and 35 grams pouring medium. And today my pouring medium is glue all 70% and water 30%. So I wanted to try the glue all again. It's just, I can only get these smaller bottles and it's just not cost effective. So I don't use it a lot, but I would like to, because I do think it might give me different results. I really don't know. That's why today's another test in a way to see. But so I brought this, I mixed it up, and I have used that as my pouring medium. And for the whites, I have put in 80 grams paint and 90 grams pouring medium. I also added 3 drops of my helmars silicone oil, in the 3 colours only, not the white. So that is my plan. I am going to do 4 cups, and it's going to be a sandwich pour. So I quite like the way the sandwich pours turn out, so I thought, go for one of those. So as normal, I just give everything a tiny stir before I pour them in. I think the paint is going to be a little bit thicker this time. We will see. So just want to make sure these 4 cups are even. So I'm going to use this whole cup of white to make the base for these 4. Okay, so that's 1 full cup of white. The 2 middle ones look a little bit more full than the 2 outer ones, but doesn't really matter as long as it's close-ish. So I think I'm going to go the rose madder first. So again, you want to make sure that this covers all 4 cups. So one thing I have noticed when I use this glue all mixture compared to the other ones is the paint does tend to sit on top and not sink as much. Sometimes when I do this with my clear glue mixture, I do find that the colour sinks down into the white a bit more, when this seems to be actually layering a lot more better. I also didn't make my white as thin as I have before as well. Last time I made the white a little bit more thinner and I didn't really want that. So now let's go the purple, light purple. And I have done this in a different order to my brain. I was going to put the rose in the middle of the 2 other colours. Oh well, doesn't matter. The way that which colours you layer will change the effects of your pour. But I don't mind. I really wasn't sure which order I was going to put them in the first place. So the only other difference was the purple was slightly thicker than the other colours. So I did actually add a tiny bit more pouring medium into it. Oh, what are you doing in there, bug? Haven't even started pouring and there's already a bug finding its way into my paint. Okay, here we go. Whoops. I don't think I flick paint everywhere. Sometimes when these pop sticks snap, they flick paint over the room. Last time my pop stick snapped, I ended up with paint on my ceiling, and I really have no idea how it got all the way up onto the ceiling. That was like the craziest thing. Now, last layer of white. Alrighty, excellent. So we are going to flip these. I'm just going to move them out the way a little bit. Okay, flip. These cups are very, very thin and they tend to collapse a little bit. So I can't squeeze too hard when I'm doing my flipping. Okay, they flipped all right actually. That was good. Now, while they're settling down, I have these to show you. So this is the pearl pour in teal, rose gold and bronze, antique bronze I think it was. So that turned out really well. I'm quite pleased with this. So the colours look really good. They kind of look a little bit better sometimes when they're actually not under bright lights. So that is that one. Now, where did I put my other one? Over here. I can't reach that, can I? Okay, here we go. And this was the long canvas pearl pour dirty pour. Really, really happy with how this one finished up. Really, really pleased. It suits my house so well, and I'm thrilled with it. So a lot of that, the light blue didn't really come through too much, the sky blue topaz, but that doesn't matter because whatever has come up, I'm so happy with. So that one is definitely going on my walls. And that's the thing, sometimes you'll pour something and you're like, nah, that's it, I'm keeping that one for sure. I'm going to take my watch off because I got a feeling this is going to be a little bit messy. There we go. And I've already got paint on my gloves from when I broke that pop stick. Alrighty. Double check that I am recording. Yes, I am. Wonderful. So now what I'm really going to do is flip the cups and tilt. Not going to do anything overly special. I haven't put any borders on. I haven't got a corner catcher. I'm just going to go for it as it is. So, first cup. Just pour a little bit on these edges here. They will get poured off. Just going to pour this one along that back edge. All of this paint will end up being poured off when I start tilting, so it's really just to help cover the canvas in a way. Last cup. Okay, now I've got to start tilting or I'm going to lose stuff over these edges. So you can see a fair bit of white. Which way do I go first? Yeah, I'm going to come down. And you can see that I mixed my paints up not that long ago because there's a bit of bubbles in there. But that's okay. So I'm just wiggling the paint back and forth down. Let's go this corner first. Up and over. Come back a little bit. And then come down this way. Go over that corner and back. Now I'm just going to make sure that I have paint on these edges. Yep, there is. Oh, what's that glob there doing? Alright, that was a thick bit of paint there. So now I'm just going side to side, back up to the top. Oh, I'm liking this so far. I'm going to do this corner over this side first. Alright, come on, up and over. Come back a little bit. And then come up this way. Oh, the paint's definitely thick. Up and over. I might actually just tilt it a little bit this way, just to even up those lines a little bit. You don't always want them perfectly straight, but it was too much on this one side over here where my thumb is wiggling. Alright, now moving it back. Okay. Is that glob? Another little glob. Alright, I'm just going to run my fingers under the edge just to stop that excess from dripping. You can use a palette knife if you like. I'm just running it under quickly just to get that excess off. Whoops. Touch that edge. Okay. There we go. I'm going to get my gloves off because I don't like them. If I could paint bare-handed, I would all the time, but I would walk around with that much colours on my hands. And because I have a job which kind of doesn't really require me to have completely clean hands, but my bosses don't like it when they come to work with blue hands. Alrighty. Now, so we don't have a lot of cells that have come up by themselves, which is good in a way because they can overstretch. So now, just torching from a bit of a height, get rid of some of these bubbles. And see if any cells want to pop up. For the moment, it looks more like I'm just popping bubbles. So just keeping the blowtorch moving at all times. Alright, getting a little bit closer. I get some cells appearing. So in a couple of spots now, I'm just getting a little bit closer, just to see if I can get some cells to come up. So the cells are staying really small, So I can actually get a little bit closer and bring some up in other areas because I know that they're not going to overly grow. Okay, turning that off. Now that is going to be super hot because I've had it on for a little while. So don't touch it or put it near anything that's going to burn. Pets, children, furniture, just anything. I've got a blank concrete floor next to me. I put it there on the concrete floor where even if it tips over, it's just going to be laying down on solid concrete. So always keep that thing in mind when using blowtorches or even heat guns. Just be cautious with them. Awesome. So this mixture was thicker, and it has given me a lot of tiny cells and not much big ones, which is absolutely fine for me. Sometimes I've got paintings that give me big cells and sometimes I get small cells. I like it because it's a different contrast. You don't always have to have giant cells unless that's what you want. I like having some with and some without, but there's tons of little cells, all different colors coming up. I think these colors worked well together. The rose madder over here is quite rich in color and it's coming up in some of these cells. It's also mixed with the white and giving me this kind of other pink color. And then you've got the light purple. Can't see a lot of the pale pink, but it might have mixed with the other colors to give you a different assortment. But yeah, cool. I'm really super happy. So I like it when I get stuff that's a little bit different to what I've already got. And I don't have lots of ugly big cells. There's a couple over here which are bigger. There's a big one there, a bigger one over here, but they're not too bad really. They don't really take away too much of the picture. If I wanted to, after I got some cells up, I could have tilted the canvas a little bit and try to grow those cells. I didn't really want to do that. I was quite happy to just let it stay as small little cells, kind of cute, and adds different interest to it. So there we go. This will not change a lot, I don't believe. The paint's too thick and the cells that came up at the beginning would have already grown a lot if it was going to change. So I am just now scraping the canvas with a palette knife. So I did it earlier on with my hand, with my finger, but that was just to get the excess off. Now I'm doing a proper clean up with the palette knife. Always want to have it so there's not too much there. And then once you've done a scrape, just have a look at it underneath and just see if you can see any bits you've missed. No? All looks good. So this is it's quite pinky and purpley, probably kind of, what do I call it, unicorny colours. I've got family and nieces and nephews and people that might like it. So I am pleased. I think that this has turned out well. There's a little bit of paint left in the cups because it was so thick. But again, it doesn't matter. There's enough paint on the canvas to give me what I want. So now, I'm just going to bring you down for a close-up. Where are we? Okay, there we go. This is pretty close to the colours I see. Maybe not exactly, but pretty close. So, as you can see, definitely lots of tiny small cells. I think it looks kind of cool like that. You can actually see where the 4 cups had their kind of spots. So, but it's not overly like a straight line. There's still a little bit of like, it's got a little bit of a wave to it. So, and it's not solid block color either. It's kind of like a bit of white separating each area. But we come down. Nice, cool looking cells. Different assortment as we go through. There's those two big ones, but they're half off the edge anyway, so I don't think that really matters. But look at the cool colours in these. And they are small, so really this is one that you kind of see the better detail as you get closer to it. More zoomed in. Whole section here. And they've kept their shape well. So that I am definitely pleased about. And this last area where there's lots of that rose madder. Quite pleased with that colour actually. Look at all these. There's a definite assortment of different coloured cells through there. Awesome. So there we go. So this was a sandwich pour using rose madder, pink and light purple with white as the sandwich or the bread colour, as they say. So let me know what you think. So comment, like, share and subscribe if you have not already. Just hit the bell and click all to see more videos. And hope you guys have had a good night, and I'll see you soon for another pour. Alright, bye.